Hi, it's Chris here with the Q/7 Remix, running on that Remix custom operating system that is basically, well, it's based on Android 4.4.4. So KitKat, and then you have this nice looking, more of a multitasking operating system. So some of the games, some of the applications, if they support it, or games, you can actually run them in windowed mode here, so it's just up here. All you need to do is just select the one to run it in the phone mode, so you can run it in a small little window, and that allows you to switch and multitask maybe a little bit easier between different applications. It's a matter of just clicking between them there. And let's have a look if I can play it in a small window. It's harder to touch for some reason. I think it runs a lot better in full screen. So run that in full screen here. Be a lot easier. Yeah, now it's working. Okay. So I know a lot of people like Minecraft, it runs quite well on it. I don't actually play this game, so I've just loaded up in a new world here. And just have a quick look around. So you can see, like, looking around here, there's no real slowdown or anything. I can't seem to see any slowdown here. It seems to run just fine. And with the operating system, the taskbar at the bottom normally does minimize it in games. And so you have control here just to completely quit the application, like that, and it will completely kill it. And then they also have this memory cleanup here, so you can just run that and try and free up a little bit more memory if needed. So if I go back into the browser here, I'll just show you how that runs and how smooth it is. It runs really well. Very smooth here. This is just the website Tech Tablets, which is not probably the latest website you've been on, because there are a lot of images that are used in the theme here. 7 Remix there. And it runs it well. And of course you do have the option of connecting up that really good keyboard that comes with the tablet, allowing you to be able to type in documents and whatnot. Speaking of which, there's quite a nice application that they've included, the same on the Remix tablet that I had before, and that was the WPS Office application here. So you can run and start like things like memos, docs, spreadsheets and all that on the tablet with that application, and it works quite well. And the keyboard itself is really nice. Like, you can use it here in landscape mode and then in portrait too. Portrait does work quite well too. Very easy to type on. Quite a nice keyboard. And it is a larger tablet, so that does make it easier for typing with the 11.6-inch screen here that's on the tablet. Just exit out of that, and of course much easier with that keyboard, as I mentioned before. So I just show you some benchmarks too that I ran on the system, just to get an idea of the average sort of performance of it, what we're looking at performance wise. And where is it? Where's my pictures here, the screenshots? So here we go. So first off, this is Geekbench score. It's not the fastest, but I mean it's not too bad considering that it is an Atom Z3735F, clocks up to 1.8 gigahertz in its quad core there, so that was the score there. It's not actually too bad. And here we have the Antutu 5.7.1 score, so 31,000 more or less, you can see here. Again, not too bad. I mean, with these Atoms, you normally see up around, you can see around 36,000, and that's the Atom Z3736F, so it's a slightly faster one. So it's a little bit slower there. You can see there in more details if anyone wants to compare that to their current tablet. There's the PI scores there, so 53 seconds on the 10 million calculation there. And this is the GFX bench score. Here we have the Epic Citadel. So almost, well, pretty much 40 frames per second there, average. That's not too bad. It did for some reason run with the taskbar on the bottom, as you can see. So we've got that instead of it being 1080, it's 1016. So a little bit funny there. And that's the internal storage. So we've got 95 megabytes per second read and 32 write. Which isn't too bad, but the write speed's a little bit slow there. So there's just some images here that came with the tablet just to try and show off the screen. Now the 1080p screen, it's quite a nice screen actually. Not bad at all. Good viewing angles, being an IPS screen. There's a few other images, stock images that had come along with the operating system. Kind of just showing off the colors there of the IPS panel. So if I run a couple of more games here just to get an idea of the performance of it, everything runs really fine. Now there's a couple of emulators that I managed to download off the UGames app here they have. They've got quite a few interesting emulators there. Some old classics like Street Fighter and things like that. They run really well and it's quick install, quick download. The start button's not working for some reason. Oh, there we go. A bit hard to do the old fireball. Oh yeah. I completely lost that one. So it's a little harder to control there with the touch. Very hard to do those combos and the moves there. Right. So there's an interesting collection, of different emulators that are under this games app here that runs in portrait mode. There's quite a few of them there just under the collection, or categories, sorry. You find it in there once that loads in. I did actually show and demonstrate this in another video. It's not loading up for some reason. My internet connection is pretty hopeless. Oh, there we go. That's not going to work there. So Real Racing 3. Have a look at that, see how that runs. It actually looks quite good on the screen too, the game. So I'm just going to kill that one off because yeah, we can see that it runs really well there. That's Real Racing 3. Another thing that's interesting too with the operating system is you have the notification menus like this. It pops up and you can see any notifications there. Like this is a screenshot that I took just before. And swiping along, you have a nice setup here where you do have access to turn off the GPS, your internet connection, auto rotation, flight mode, Bluetooth, auto brightness as well. That works quite well. It's not letting me select it for some reason. Oh, there we go. It's on or off. So I've selected to full brightness just for the purposes of the video here, so the screen is nice and bright here. And you can just swipe up from that. So other games here that I can show you, well, I've got a couple here that I installed. I've just showed Minecraft before, so have a look at Clash of Clans here. That's a popular one too that a lot of people like. It's my little tiny town here at the moment. I've only just really started to play the game, so I'm not that far into it. Game runs really well, going through all the menus here, the shop and things like that. Everything is really quick. So there's going to be no problems running this game on the hardware. Just runs just fine. You can zoom in, zoom out again. Not a problem. I don't think I'm quite at a point here where I can actually attack these goblins here at the moment in the single player mode. Need to build my army up a little bit more, so I'm not going to jump into that just yet. So that one runs really well. And a zombie cork here. Ah, that's so annoying, a full pop-up ad there. Oh, forgot how annoying this game is to start it. It's not really a wonderful game, this one. I just downloaded it to test it out, but it seems kind of annoying. Very basic game, this one. It's just standard. You just stand here and aim and shoot. Yeah, a little bit boring. Alright, so let's kill that game off. And I just will show you quickly how Epic Citadel runs on the system. And there is actually no speakers on the left side of the tower. They're both of the speakers on the right side here, which is an unusual way they've done it. Looks like they didn't have any room to put the speakers on the left side here. Because if you have a look here, we've got all the ports are all along this side. And then we have the two speakers here, two grills there on either side. It's quite funny, as I mentioned in the original unboxing video, that we have the Windows logo on the screen, but of course there's no Windows. This hardware could actually run it. It could definitely run. It would be nice to see this actually maybe in dual boot with Windows 8.1 and Remix. Would be a good combination. Whether that's something that Cube will do or not is we'll have to wait and see. So you can see that it runs it really well. No problems there with the hardware, even though it is slightly slower with the chip, that it's going to run games just fine. Comes with a few built-in things like WinRAR, the speakers. See if I can go into YouTube here and we'll have a look and see what the sound sounds like at full volume. Do you want to just find something? There's some music here that's not going to give me any copyright issues on YouTube because it's going to detect it in the video. So I'll just load up the World of Sleepers here. And hopefully my internet connection's not going to play out and let me actually play this. Now I'm running it in portrait as well. Text goes quite small, but you can still actually read that okay, not really too much of a problem there. Browser is quite smooth there. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like some adverts loading on YouTube. What I want to do is just try and put these speakers onto maximum volume here so you can hear them. It's not going too well, is it? There we go. So those are the speakers, they're on full volume. Not the loudest, they don't sound the worst speakers I've heard, but they're not, pretty much like all other tablets, they're not really that good, the speakers. There was a little bit of a distortion there in full volume, it's starting to vibrate a little bit. But I mean, they're okay, they're definitely perfect for games and watching a movie or something like that. It's not too bad at all there. Okay, so just before I go, here's another look here at the keyboard. Now we do have that small touchpad that I've mentioned before in other videos. And it does work well. I just found that sometimes, just like now, that the mouse pointer is stuck there. So it's not always 100% the mouse pointer. I seem to have lost it again. So there's a little bit of a problem there with getting that sorted out. Now we've got a Windows key here on the keyboard. Of course, doesn't seem to do anything. We can disable the trackpad, so maybe if I can enable it again. It actually looks like I might have completely just lost the keyboard here. I've plugged it in. I know, so the keyboard is working, but it seems I've lost the trackpad here again. So there's a few little bugs that needed to be sorted out with the tablet because the trackpad's just completely gone on me. Now if I do disconnect it, dock it back up again, normally it comes back, and no, I just lost it again. So it doesn't seem to be wanting to work actually, the mouse pointer and trackpad at all. There's just it's not even on the screen here at all. It's gone. So it's something hopefully that Cube are going to be onto to fix that. Otherwise, the keyboard is really nice to type on. It's a great keyboard. You just think of maybe an Acer or a Zeus keyboard. This is the same kind of quality you're getting. It's definitely not a cheap keyboard. It is expensive. It's around 40 to 60 US depending on the sellers on AliExpress. But it definitely, typing on it is really good. It's a very nice keyboard. And you could quite easily type out a whole document with this keyboard without any issues whatsoever. I don't find it a problem at all. I mean, it's very good to type on. I'm no expert typist or anything, but it's definitely got nice feedback and everything. And someone's already made a tech tablet. No, techtablets.com. Let's load that up. So it's not bad at all. Overall, I'm really enjoying the Remix operating system. I think it's a nice take on Android with that multitasking that you can do quickly. You can swap between your different applications, and then you do have that mode to run certain games and things within a window, so you can just run it in a tiny little window there. As I mentioned, with that phone mode they call it, so, and you can also go to calculators and things you can pop up on the screen and run everything together. You can run lots of windows by running various applications. You can see if I wanted to run again in CPU-Z, phone mode. Not everything supports it, but you could literally just have the whole tablet here just completely full of different applications running all at the same time in various different windows here. So you can really do some serious multitasking if you wanted to do that. It wouldn't be too hard. So you can resize things, and I could even run the browser here into phone mode. No, phone mode's not supported on the browser, okay. So that's a quick hands-on, well, not really that quick, it's gone into 20 minutes already. Wow. Look at the Cube i7 Remix here with the Remix operating system, bit of gaming and the benchmarks there. Thank you for watching, and hopefully catch you in my next video.